Once upon a time, in a small and peaceful village, there lived a young girl named Lily. She was 18 years old. Lily had grown up in this village, where life was simple and quiet. The village was surrounded by green fields, and there were only a few houses. Everyone knew each other, and the pace of life was slow and steady. People would spend their time talking to neighbors, farming, or taking walks by the fields. It was a calm and beautiful place, perfect for someone who enjoyed peace and quiet. Lily spent most of her time helping her mother with house chores. She would cook, clean, and take care of the little garden they had in front of their house. When she wasn't helping her mother, Lily liked to read books. She enjoyed reading stories about adventure, love, and magic, but Lily's life was not very exciting. She didn't have many friends, and she spent most of her time alone. She didn't mind, though. She was happy in her small world, surrounded by nature and books. In the village, there was a boy named Alex. Alex was 23 years old, which made him older than Lily. He was very popular in the village because he was handsome and charming. He had bright blue eyes and a smile that made many girls in the village feel happy when they saw him. He was tall and strong, and he liked to ride his bike around the village. Many girls had a crush on him, and some even dreamed of being with him. But Alex didn't seem to notice them. He didn't talk much to the girls in the village, and he was often quiet and serious. Lily had seen Alex many times. He was always there, walking or riding his bike, but she never spoke to him. Lily thought Alex was just like any other boy in the village. She never thought he would notice her. But one day, something happened that made Lily feel different. She was walking to the market when she saw Alex talking with his friends outside a shop. As she walked by, Alex smiled at her. Lily felt her heart beat faster. She had never seen him smile at her before. It was the first time she felt like Alex noticed her. She couldn't stop thinking about his smile. That evening, Lily went home and couldn't stop thinking about Alex. She imagined what it would be like to talk to him. She wondered if he would smile at her again. She told herself that it was just a smile, but deep down, she felt excited. Maybe Alex wasn't like the other boys. Maybe he was different. The next day, Lily's mother was talking to her about the village's plans for a dance party. "There's going to be a dance party this Saturday," her mother said. "You should stay home. It's not safe for you to go." Lily didn't like the idea of staying at home. She wanted to go to the party. She wanted to have fun. She wanted to see Alex again. "Please, Mom," Lily said. "I'll stay with my friends. It will be safe, I promise." Her mother hesitated, but after a few moments, she agreed. "All right, but you have to be careful." "I don't want you out too late," Lily smiled, feeling excited. She couldn't wait for Saturday night. She talked with her friends about the party, and they all looked forward to it. They would wear their best dresses and dance to the music. Lily dreamed of dancing with Alex, even though she didn't know if he would even talk to her. On the night of the party, the village hall was decorated with colorful lights. People were laughing and dancing. It was a joyful time for everyone. There were not many people at first, but as the night went on, more and more people arrived. And then Alex came. He walked into the room, looking as handsome as ever. When he saw Lily, he smiled at her again. Lily's heart skipped a beat. She couldn't believe that Alex was looking at her. Alex walked over to Lily and asked, "Would you like to dance?" Lily's face turned red, and she felt nervous, but she couldn't say no. "Yes," she said softly. They started dancing, and Lily felt like she was floating. She had never felt so happy. Alex held her hand gently, and they moved together to the music. During the slower songs, Alex would talk to her. He made her laugh with his jokes, and Lily felt like she was in a dream. She couldn't believe that Alex, the boy everyone admired, was dancing with her. As the party went on, Lily felt like she was the luckiest girl in the world. But as the night started to come to an end, Alex said, "Let's go for a drive." Lily was surprised, but also excited. She had always wanted to spend time with him. "Okay," she said. They walked out of the party, and Alex led her to his car. He had a shiny, beautiful car that everyone in the village knew about. As they drove through the quiet village streets, Lily felt calm. The stars were shining, and the night was cool. It was peaceful and magical. Lily couldn't help but smile. She was with Alex, and she felt happy. But as they drove farther, Alex turned onto a lonely road. It was dark, and there were no streetlights. Lily felt nervous. "Alex, where are we going?" she asked. "Just relax," Alex said with a smile. "It's a quiet place, we can talk." But Lily's heart started to beat faster. She felt unsure. Something didn't feel right. She tried to ignore the feeling, but it was hard. Alex stopped the car in a dark area, far away from the village. There were no people around. "Alex," Lily said, "I want to go home," but Alex didn't listen. He turned to her, moving closer, and tried to kiss her. Lily pushed him away. "No, Alex, I don't want this," she shouted. Alex's face turned cold. "You're boring," he said angrily. He opened the car door and pushed Lily out onto the cold ground. Lily was shocked. She was alone in the dark, cold night. She stood up, feeling confused and scared. Why had Alex done this to her? Why had he acted so kind earlier, but then treated her like this? Lily started to walk back to the village, feeling sad and angry. She had trusted Alex, but now she was alone in the darkness. Lily stood in the dark, confused and hurt. The car door was still open, and Alex had just pushed her out onto the cold ground. She felt her heart break as she stared at the empty road. Her mind was racing, but there was only one thought in her head. Why did he do that? The night was quiet and still, except for the sound of her own breathing. Lily felt alone. She looked around, but saw nothing except darkness. There were no streetlights, and the village was far away. She couldn't see where she was going, but she knew she had to get back home. She had no other choice. Her feet were bare, and the ground was rough. With every step she took, her feet hurt more. Her shoes had not been made for walking long distances, and now she wished she had listened to her mother and stayed at home. But it was too late for regrets. All she could do now was walk through the dark night back to the village. Lily thought about what had just happened. Her mind went back to the moments before Alex had pushed her out of the car. He had seemed so kind at first, so charming, but now everything felt like a lie. She had trusted him. She had believed that he was different from all the other boys in the village. But now she was left alone, walking in the cold, with nothing but pain in her heart. With every step, her thoughts went in circles. Why did he do this to me? What did I do wrong? She kept asking herself these questions, but there were no answers. She wanted to cry, but the tears wouldn't come. All she could do was keep walking. The road was long, and the distance to her house seemed to stretch on forever. Lily walked and walked, but her feet grew more tired with every step. Her shoes were worn, and they made it hard to walk fast. Her feet started to bleed from the rough ground. Still, she kept moving. She had no choice. She couldn't stay there. She had to get home. Finally, after what seemed like hours, Lily could see the lights of the village in the distance. She felt a small sense of relief, but the pain in her feet and the sadness in her heart didn't go away. The village seemed so far away, but she kept walking, step by step. As she reached the village, Lily thought about what she had learned. She had always heard that love was supposed to make you happy, but now she saw how easily it could hurt you. She had let her feelings for Alex blind her to the truth. She had ignored the warnings from her mother and aunt, and now she was paying the price. She had learned a hard lesson, one that would stay with her forever. When Lily finally got home, she was exhausted. Her feet were bleeding, and she could barely stand. She had walked all the way back from the lonely road, and now she was at the door of her house. She opened the door quietly, hoping that no one would hear her. Her mother was still awake, sitting in the living room, but she didn't say anything when Lily walked in. She could see the pain in her daughter's eyes, but she didn't ask any questions. Lily didn't want to talk about it, not yet. She went to her room, sat on her bed, and stared at the wall. She was too tired to think clearly, but the sadness in her heart was overwhelming. She had loved Alex, but now she hated him. She hated the way he had treated her, and she hated herself for not seeing the truth sooner. The next day, when Lily met with her friends at school, she knew she had to tell them what had happened. She couldn't keep it inside any longer. She told them everything, from the party to the drive, to Alex pushing her out of the car. She felt embarrassed, but she knew it was the only way to move on. When Lily finished telling her friends what had happened, they didn't seem surprised. They nodded and said, "He's always like that. He's done the same thing to us." Lily felt a mix of anger and sadness. She couldn't believe that her friends knew about Alex's behavior, but never warned her. "Why didn't you tell me?" she asked. "Why didn't you warn me about him?" Her friends looked down, not knowing what to say. "We thought you knew," one of them said. "Everyone knows that Alex isn't the right kind of guy. We didn't want to say anything because we thought you'd figure it out on your own." Lily felt a wave of frustration wash over her. How could they think she knew? How could they think she would ever believe that someone like Alex would treat her this way? She had trusted him, and now she was left feeling empty and alone. But as the days went by, Lily started to understand. She had been blinded by love, but now she saw things more clearly. She realized that she had ignored the signs. She had ignored the warnings from her mother and aunt, and she had ignored the truth that was right in front of her. She had learned a painful but important lesson. True love is not about excitement or fairy tales. It is about respect, kindness, and honesty. Alex had none of those things, and she didn't need him in her life. Lily decided to focus on herself. She didn't need Alex or anyone like him. She needed to be strong, to learn from her mistakes, and to move forward. She promised herself that she would never let anyone treat her that way again. She would learn to love herself first, before she ever gave her heart to anyone else. 2 years passed since that painful night with Alex. Lily had moved to the city, far away from the memories of her old life in the village. The city was busy and loud, full of people and tall buildings. At first, it felt strange, but Lily soon got used to it. She found a job in a small bookstore, and every day she worked hard. She liked her job because she loved books. The smell of paper and ink made her feel calm, and she enjoyed talking to the customers. Lily had learned many things over the past 2 years. She had learned to take care of herself and focus on her goals. She had become stronger and more independent. She no longer thought about Alex or the heartbreak he caused her. She had moved on, and she was proud of how much she had grown. One rainy afternoon, after finishing her work at the bookstore, Lily was walking home. The streets were wet, and the rain kept falling. She didn't have an umbrella, and she didn't want to get wet. She looked around, hoping to find a place to shelter from the rain. There, under a big tree, she stood and waited for the rain to stop. Just as she was starting to feel frustrated, a man appeared in front of her. He was holding a big red umbrella, and he smiled at her kindly. "Do you need help?" he asked. Lily looked at him and nodded. She had never seen him before, but there was something about him that made her feel comfortable. He was tall and had a warm smile. She said, "Yes, thank you." The man walked with her to the bookstore, holding the umbrella over both of them. As they walked, they talked about the weather. He introduced himself as Daniel. He worked in an office nearby and liked reading books in his free time. Lily smiled, feeling comfortable talking to him. He was polite and kind, and she enjoyed their conversation. From that day on, Daniel came to the bookstore every day. He bought books and talked to Lily. They started talking about all kinds of things, books, movies, and their dreams. Daniel was funny and made her laugh. Lily began to look forward to his visits. She felt happy when he was around. One day, Daniel asked her, "Would you like to grab a coffee with me?" Lily felt her heart skip a beat. She had enjoyed their conversations, and she was excited about spending more time with him. "Yes, I would love to," she said. They went to a small cafe near the bookstore. They sat down and talked about their families. Daniel told Lily that he had a younger sister, and he loved her very much. He also shared that he wanted to travel the world one day. Lily listened carefully, feeling happy to learn more about him. She also told him about her life. She talked about her parents, who lived far away, and how she missed them sometimes. As the weeks went by, Lily and Daniel spent more time together. They went to the park, visited museums, and watched movies. Each time they met, Lily felt more and more comfortable with Daniel. She started to realize that she was starting to like him. He was kind, respectful, and caring, everything Alex had not been. One day, Daniel didn't come to the bookstore. Lily waited for him, but he didn't show up. Days passed, and she began to feel worried. She didn't have his phone number, so she couldn't call him. She missed him and wondered where he had gone. After 2 weeks, one rainy evening, Lily was walking home again. She felt lonely as she walked through the rain, thinking about Daniel. Just as she was passing her building, she saw the red umbrella again. Daniel was standing outside, waiting for her. Lily's heart felt warm when she saw him. "Where have you been?" she asked. "I'm so sorry," Daniel said. "I had to visit my sister. She was sick, and I couldn't leave her." Lily smiled, feeling a wave of relief. "I'm just glad you're back," she said. Daniel held the umbrella over both of them, and they walked through the rain together. The streets were wet, and the lights of the city reflected on the puddles. It felt so peaceful to be with him. They walked in silence for a while, just enjoying each other's company. Lily felt happy, like everything was right in the world. From that moment on, Lily knew that she had found someone special. She had been hurt before, but now she had found true love. Daniel treated her with respect and kindness, something she had never experienced with Alex. He made her feel safe and loved, and for the first time in a long time, Lily felt that she could trust someone again. A few years later, Daniel and Lily got married. They moved into a small house with a beautiful garden. They were happy together, and Lily couldn't imagine her life without him. Sometimes, when it rained, they would take their red umbrella and go for a walk, just like they did when they first met. The umbrella had become a symbol of their love, a reminder of how one simple act of kindness had changed everything. Looking back on everything that had happened, Lily realized how much she had learned. She had gone through heartbreak, but that pain had helped her grow. She had learned to be strong, to trust herself, and to never settle for less than she deserved. And now, with Daniel by her side, she knew that everything had happened for a reason. Life was full of surprises, and sometimes, all it takes is a little rain and a red umbrella to bring true love into your life. Lily's journey is a story of love, pain, growth, and strength. It all began in a small village where she was just an innocent 18-year-old girl, full of dreams. She thought she had found love in Alex, the charming boy of the village, but soon realized that he didn't truly care for her. After the painful experience of being pushed away, she moved to the city and started a new life. Over the next 2 years, she worked hard, learned to love herself, and found strength in her independence. Then, Daniel entered her life, bringing with him a kindness and respect that Lily had never experienced before. Their relationship grew from simple conversations to something deep and meaningful. Daniel treated her with care, and Lily began to see what true love looked like. It wasn't about excitement or passion alone. It was about respect, trust, and support. Through Daniel, Lily learned that love should make you feel safe and cherished, not hurt and abandoned. In the end, Lily found happiness and peace. She married Daniel, and together, they built a life filled with love and understanding. Looking back, Lily realized that the hardships she faced were not in vain. They helped her become a stronger, wiser person. She learned to trust herself, make better choices, and never settle for less than she deserved. The lesson from Lily's story is simple yet powerful. True love comes when you respect and care for yourself first. It's important to recognize your worth and never allow anyone to treat you poorly. Sometimes, we face difficult situations that break our hearts, but those experiences teach us valuable lessons. They make us stronger and better prepared for the love and happiness we deserve. For everyone listening to this story, remember that you have the power to choose what's best for you. Don't let anyone dictate your worth, and never be afraid to walk away from situations or people who don't respect you. Take the time to focus on your own growth, and when the right person comes along, they will treat you with the love and respect you deserve, just like Daniel did for Lily. Congratulations to all of you for improving your English by listening to the entire story. You've worked hard, and I hope this journey has helped you become more confident in understanding and speaking English. Now, let's test what you've learned. Question: what was the most important lesson Lily learned from her experiences? I never trust anyone again. Be true love comes when you respect and care for yourself first. Please comment your answer below with either or B. And if you enjoyed this story and want more content like this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Your support means a lot and motivates us to continue making great content for you. Also, if you'd like to help us keep creating quality content, consider donating to support the channel. We are working hard to provide free resources for you to improve your English. Thank you for your support.